Chapter 1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Handsome guys who have stored their brains here, I wish you to become rich overnight, have to endure the hardships and serve the superiors. Hard work does not necessarily lead to success, but not working hard will definitely lead to ease. Bitterness first does not necessarily lead to sweetness later, but sweetness first will definitely lead to sweetness. These wise sayings won Lin Feng's heart, and he also implemented them in this way. Despite his optimism, he still did not live past the age of 25 and died suddenly during an in-depth study of biology. The bad news is that he died young, and the good news is that he is alive again. Strange body, strange environment, strange memory. Lin Feng was surprised to find that he had traveled through time, but soon felt physically and mentally exhausted. The original owner of this body was penniless, and his parents died in a car accident a month ago. That's fine. But the 500,000 car accident compensation he just received was targeted by someone before it was warm. The school beauty actually asked him out to meet and kissed him. As a result, the grandson got excited and couldn't control himself and died suddenly on the spot. During this period, his soul traveled through time and took over. Lin Feng, please save me. A pleading voice sounded from his ear. The beauty in front of him had a graceful figure and a stunning face. With a charming and aggrieved expression, it can 100% stimulate a man's desire to protect. Damn, little bastard, I'll give you two choices. Either I take this girl away, or you pay 200,000 yuan to redeem her. The little yellow-haired boy was very arrogant and didn't take Lin Feng seriously at all, but he didn't know that before traveling through time, Lin Feng was also a senior gangster, and he was too familiar with the routines of various versions of the trap. What is his identity? A stinky loser, and the school beauty asked him out. You can be outrageous but not weird. This is a conspiracy. They are eyeing his 500,000 yuan car accident compensation. Chen Tian, you should quickly beg for mercy from the elder brother, or you can pay him some money, and the matter will be over. Don't be stubborn with the elder brother, or he will really beat you. What the hell, why is the style a bit wrong? Chen Tian came from the countryside, and at first she also had a beautiful fantasy about the future. As long as she studied hard and settled in Suzhou after graduation, she could live a good life through hard work. But as time went by, the bright lights and nightlife in the city finally defeated her completely. After realizing that she was a bit pretty, she had dated more than a dozen boyfriends in these years. These people have one thing in common: they are locals and have a little money. At home, in just 3 years, she had 5 abortions, and those boyfriends could not satisfy her desire for money. It was not easy to find an opportunity, and caught a chance to cheat money, but the schools recognized fool. How come he suddenly seemed like a different person? 50W. You kissed me yourself. I didn't say I agreed. I said I was sexually harassed. Damn it, stop talking nonsense to me, kid. If you don't take the money today, don't even think about leaving. Huangmao has lost his patience. He plans to use force. Lin Feng's heart is cold and his eyes flicker. Although he has seen through the other party's intention, this body is weak. Huangmao brought 2 younger brothers with him and had weapons in his hands. It is definitely not possible to fight head-on. Are you a man? You won't abandon me? Woo, you are so cruel. Don't cry. I warn you. If he doesn't take the money, I will let my brothers line up to take good care of you, and then sell you to a brothel. A gangster with an IQ of 0, tricked him into taking cash, and then he can leave safely. Huh? What the hell? Lin Feng was startled and rubbed his eyes. The words that just flickered in front of him disappeared. Shit, did I encounter a bug when I traveled through time, so I had hallucinations? Lin Feng, think of a solution quickly, otherwise we will all die. Just pay the money and I will be yours from now on. Chen Tiantian's eyes were filled with mist, and she looked pitiful. Which man would not be confused when seeing her? The vicious snake-scorpion beauty, she and Huangmao are together. In order to trick you into paying 500,000 yuan for the car accident, her private life is disordered. She has suffered from more than 20 kinds of diseases and has successfully passed them on to Huangmao. Damn, again. Lin Feng was confused and began to panic. Is this a ghost? After traveling through time, seeing a ghost doesn't seem so outrageous. Woo, don't play with me like this, I want to go home to find my mother. Seeing Lin Feng's face changeable, the little yellow-haired man thought that his threat didn't work, so he took out a knife and put it on Chen Tiantian's neck. Boy, don't force me. Lin Feng, your princess is waiting for you to save me, I believe you will be brave enough to take me away. Such words were said without blushing, and Lin Feng almost vomited. No matter what, this place must not stay. He made up his mind and planned to try the text prompts he saw in the hallucination just now. Brother Huangmao, how about I go to the bank to get the money? After all, the transfer is recorded and the risk is high. I'll withdraw the cash to you later, okay? Huh, don't you know how to play tricks? How is that possible? How old is Su Qing? I still want to live a stable life in the future. Well, what you said makes sense. I'll give you 15 minutes, otherwise your girlfriend will be finished. Lin Feng, you must come to save me. All brain dead, mentally retarded, heroes saving beauties. You're dreaming. Go and come back, unless you have a problem with your brain. Don't worry, I will definitely come to save you, wait for me. Lin Feng, I love you. He almost vomited the overnight meal. After walking away with great difficulty, Lin Feng found a corner, dodged, and disappeared from everyone's sight. At this time, Huangmao lit a cigarette and sneered, this kid is really willing to use money to save you. Of course, he is poor, but he really wants something. I'm so proactive, who can resist it? Fuck, I can't resist it either, come to my place tonight. How much money do you want to give me? 200,000, 50,000 for you. So little. You are so treacherous. Baby, doesn't he still have 300,000? When he gets it, I'll give you 100,000. I've supported you for a year, and now my credit card is maxed out, and I've been feeling unwell recently, and I don't know what's going on. Hearing this, Chen Tiantian's eyes changed slightly, and her face looked very unnatural, but she returned to normal in an instant, and the other party didn't notice anything. Chapter 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Only a fool would go back to die. That little yellow-haired guy has no skills, but he is extremely vicious, he has no scruples at all, and it is possible that he will stab you to death if he disagrees with you, not to mention the school belle, who was beaten to a pulp by the yellow-haired guy at first sight, and I don't like sluts, and I don't know what the message I saw is. If you really have that disease, sleeping with the school belle is just a waste of your life. Lin Feng hummed a little tune and stood at the door of a bathroom. The bathroom has a large front and a magnificent door. The receptionist standing at the door has long legs and thin waists, and they are all very beautiful. As an old driver, this one doesn't look very formal. With money in his pocket, it's not too much to enjoy. Lin Feng put his hands in his pockets and walked towards the bathroom door with expectation. He had already imagined the scene of the technician knocking on the door in his mind. Don't enter the bathroom, or you will be taken away by the police. The probability of it being cracked down on pornography is 100%, and you will enjoy a 100% 7-day public security detention. Again. There won't be a real bug. Is your brain broken? Why do you always see inexplicable texts? Never mind, let's have some fun first, and then go to the hospital to see if there is something wrong with the brain or the eyes. He walked towards the bathroom door, and the two receptionists saw him and smiled brightly. This is the god of wealth. If you meet a rich man, it is possible to give him a tip. Even if Lin Feng looks like a loser, he has to greet people with a smile. This is called professionalism. Just when Lin Feng was daydreaming, a rapid siren suddenly sounded behind him. 4 police cars surrounded the bathroom in an instant, and more than a dozen police officers got off the car and rushed to the bathroom aggressively. The receptionist was shocked and turned and rushed into the bathroom. Lin Feng was so scared that he broke out in a cold sweat and took back his half foot that had already stepped onto the stairs. A group of policemen brushed past him and rushed into the bathroom. Soon, he saw a group of scantily clad technicians and a group of disheveled men walking out with their heads in their arms. It was too dangerous to die before achieving success. Just a little bit, and he would become one of them. Lin Feng exhaled a breath of foul air with lingering fear. In a corner far away, he watched these unlucky guys get on the police car before preparing to leave. This road is dangerous. The self-built house 10 meters away will have a moldy gas explosion accident. There are still 5 minutes before the explosion. There is no one in the house and no casualties. If you enter now, you will be the only victim. Lin Feng swallowed his saliva and his eyes flickered. Another strange text flashed by. Although the speed was extremely fast, the information content seemed to be able to automatically drill into the brain. Something is wrong. It seems that it is not my eyes that are broken, nor is there something wrong with my brain. It seems to be some kind of hint. Could it be? Lin Feng muttered to himself, his eyes gradually became excited, and his body began to tremble. The golden finger, it must be right, why am I so stupid? The standard equipment of the time traveler, the reliance on invincibility, it appeared. Dear, this is a dead end, no one lives in it, let's go in and have some fun, it will definitely make you soar to the sky. Damn, you are too perverted, it's not dark yet, if we encounter a candid camera, we will become the heroine. That's good, in the age of traffic supremacy, becoming an internet celebrity will take off in minutes. A man and a woman, in their 20s, both look very energetic. The man has gray hair and weighs about 200 pounds, and the woman weighs more than 140 pounds and has a burly figure. The two walked by, and the wind they blew was full of flesh, almost making Lin Feng vomit. As the saying goes, people of the same family are like brothers. Lin Feng almost vomited the overnight meal. Just as he was about to run away, his eyes blurred and the strange message appeared again. In 3 minutes, the alley where the moldy gas explosion will occur, the two men and women who are studying biological technology will turn into ashes and disappear between heaven and earth. Are these two people going to be blown to death? Oh my goodness, this is indeed the rhythm of being on the hot search, but it is definitely not going to become an internet celebrity. By then, the 300-pound behemoth will only have 6 pounds left, lying quietly on the ground. It is currently stable. Seeing that the two people were about to disappear, Lin Feng thought about it and decided not to just watch them die. Hey, this alley is haunted, come out quickly, I just saw a woman in white hanging on the wall, her tongue dragging on the ground, I was scared to death. Boy, I don't think you are a good person, sneaking around, what's the matter? Are you interested in my wife? I warn you, don't even think about it, it's impossible. Handsome guy, you are quite handsome, but I am not a beauty association, so don't have any bad thoughts. There are still 2 minutes before the explosion. Lin Feng's anus tightened, it seems that the person can't be saved. I hope this time if the information is a little biased, it will be useless for a person who is courting death. Did you hear that? My girlfriend has rejected you, why don't you get out? Husband, be polite, don't scare people. Let's hurry up, I can't hold it anymore. A couple about to die, countdown 56 seconds. Please leave the area, the probability of death after the explosion is 1%, the probability of minor injury is 80%, and the probability of serious injury is 19%. It's too dangerous. How scary it is. Lin Feng ran without saying a word, and he stopped after about 10 seconds, 50 meters away from the explosion point. It's safe here, the probability of injury, 0, the probability of death, 0. Before he could breathe a sigh of relief, a loud noise suddenly came, the camera in the alley was full of flames, and the smoke covered the sky. After a while, pedestrians from all around gathered around, and the passers-by instantly surrounded the place. What's going on? Is there a bomb in there? Oh my god, is it a terrorist attack? Woohoo, are we going to have a war? Damn it, my family's savings haven't been used up yet, I don't want to die. Stop talking nonsense, what a fart war, don't you smell a smell of liquefied gas? This is a gas explosion, call the fire department immediately. A group of people chattered, and there was another loud bang in the alley, a second explosion occurred, and thick smoke billowed, like the end of the world. This alley is shrouded in thick smoke. If non-professionals enter rashly, the probability of death is 100%. The couple just now has been burnt, the probability of survival, 0, the completeness of the ashes, 0, Gudong. Lin Feng swallowed his saliva, his eyes uncertain, he felt fear in his heart. This time he was finally sure that the golden finger of time travel had come, but it didn't seem to be some super rich, sign-in or other awesome system. It is similar to a perspective eye, which can see the hints and intelligence of various things, and then make the right choice according to the hints given, so as to achieve the ultimate goal of reaching the pinnacle of life. Ding! Congratulations on completing the novice test. The God-level hint system evaluates you as a loving and decisive human elite, and has successfully bound you. Ding! The novice mission, killing all and eliminating the trouble forever, is opened, and you will receive a generous reward after completing it. Chapter 3. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sirens rang everywhere. Not far away, ambulances, police cars, and fire trucks arrived one after another. The fire was quickly brought under control. Soon, medical staff brought out 2 stretchers covered with white cloth. From the gaps, you could vaguely see the charred inside. Lin Feng hid in the dark, shivering. He had already run away, but the system appeared and issued a novice task. Seeing the task title flashing in the void, Lin Feng tried to attach his thoughts. Ding! The task details have been opened. Please read carefully. You will pay an unnecessary price for operating errors. Unnecessary price. This system is quite weird. Is there any punishment? Lin Feng began to read the task details with trepidation. Task name: kill them all and eliminate the trouble forever. Details: take revenge on Chen Tian and Huangmao who intend to defraud you, and use reasonable and legal means to deal with them, and eliminate the hidden dangers that affect your life safety. Lin Feng narrowed his eyes, showing dissatisfaction. What a shitty system, it doesn't give any hints. He also knows that those 2 people are troubles, but in a society ruled by law, they can't kill people, and with his weak body, he might not be able to beat the little yellow-haired guy. You call it a god-level hint system, why don't you give some hints? Lin Feng couldn't help but complain. As a result, a paragraph of text really popped up in front of him. Task hint: the yellow-haired guy is extremely brainless. Chen Tian values money as her life, and fooled the 2 people. You plan to give all 50 W and ask the yellow-haired guy to protect you, and they will come to you obediently. A group of plainclothes policemen in the Wash Tea House 2 kilometers away are discussing the arrest of the fugitive. Note: if the mission succeeds, you will get a surprise. If the mission fails, you will get a shock. I wish you good luck. Lin Feng sighed, without complaining or losing his temper. It's a blessing to be alive and cross over, and now there is a golden finger, although it's a bit dog, but it's better than nothing. Before crossing over, he was also a gangster, doing everything from eating, drinking, whoring and gambling, but he never bullied the weak. However, after so many years in the underworld, he knew Huangmao's mentality too well. This kind of people only care about money, and Chen Tian is just a tool for them to relieve their desires. If there is enough benefit, fishing is too easy. The tea house mentioned in the intelligence is a plainclothes policeman who is arresting fugitives. Lin Feng's mind flashed with inspiration and he laughed mischievously. Huangmao and Chen Tian were blackmailed and arrested by the police. Isn't this normal? He took out his mobile phone and called his friend. Hello, this is Lin Feng, Huangmao brother. Don't be angry, I have withdrawn 500,000 yuan from my card. This is what I think. I will give you all the money. How about you protect me in the future? How can you talk nonsense? I'll wait for you at Wash Tea House. Okay. Lin Feng hung up the phone, located the destination with the navigation, and left with expectation. Honey, what's going on? That guy must be scared. He gave me 50 W and asked me to protect him. Really? Yes, don't worry. I'll give you 10 W after I get 50 W. Bo. Chen Tian kissed Huangmao on the face and said coquettishly, "You're the best to me. Let's go quickly. This is 50 W. I've never seen so much money in my life." There was a greedy light in his eyes. He must take the money. Whether to protect him or not is another matter, he can barely make ends meet. There are many ruthless people in society. He is not stupid. There is no reason to seek death. A poor guy like Lin Feng is a poor guy after making a lot of money. He still wants me to serve him. Dream on. On the other side, Lin Feng came to Wash Tea House and asked for a private room. He sat in the private room with an erratic look in his eyes. There are 6 well-trained plainclothes policemen sitting in the private room next to here on the right. As long as you shout for help, you will be rescued immediately. The probability of Huangmao and Chen Tian being arrested is 100%. Isn't this well arranged? Just wait for these 2 people to come and catch them all in one fell swoop. Hey, Lin Feng, you are quite sensible. You didn't play tricks on me. Where is the money? Didn't you get it in cash? 50W cash, how can I get it? Well, I warn you, don't play tricks on me. Lin Feng, you won't play tricks on him. Woo, you don't even think about me. What if he kills me? I won't live anymore. Lin Feng sneered in his heart. What are you doing to me? You are rotten into a cesspool, and you still think you are a royal branch in jade leaf. Lin Feng felt a little nauseous and prepared to close the net early. No, I really don't want to play. This is my card. There is 500,000 yuan in it. The password is 6 zeros. Lin Feng, you better not lie to me, or you'll cut off all your hands and feet. Brother Huangmao, this is the compensation for the car accident my mother left for me. Please leave me 10,000 yuan. After saying that, Lin Feng grabbed the other person's shoulder. Fuck, you're still bargaining with me? You're looking for death, beat me. Brother Lin's little follower smiled grimly and bullied forward. Lin Feng's heartbeat quickened. It would be a lie to say he wasn't nervous. Facing 2 people, he had no power to fight back. After the bank card was taken away, Chen Tian never looked at him again and followed the yellow-haired man to the door. Ah! Beating people, robbing, come and save me, they want to beat me to death, too cruel. The yellow-haired man looked back and frowned. Can't you close the door before beating? Are you looking for death? The 2 looked aggrieved. Brother, we haven't started fighting yet. I didn't even touch him, and he started howling. Fuck, you're so cowardly, close the door and teach me a lesson. Don't beat me, I'm going to die if you beat me again, no one will believe you, you are worse than beasts, I won't let you go even if I become a ghost. Even after yelling like that, why is there no movement next door? He was so scared that he almost peed himself. The system wouldn't make a mistake, or he would be beaten to shit. A lot of onlookers gathered at the door. The yellow-haired man glared and shouted, "What are you looking at? Get out of my way. Don't interfere with my work. If anyone wants to meddle in other people's business, I will beat them together." Oh, these people are going to beat me to death. Help me. Stop it, I'll die if you beat me again. The 2 hooligans were beaten to a pulp. They didn't throw a punch or a kick, but Lin Feng was howling like a pig and rolling on the ground. Damn it, are you making a scene? I'll beat you to death today. Why waste your words on him? Just beat him up. The 2 men were already enraged, and took the boiling hot teapot on the table and were about to hit Lin Feng on the head. It's over, this time I've played myself to death. Lin Feng was so scared that his soul was out of his body, and he was about to fight back with his life. A roar suddenly appeared at the door. Stop it, all of you, hold your heads and squat down. 5 strong middle-aged men stood at the door, each about 180 centimeters tall. They had dark skin and sharp eyes, looking at the 2 people who were about to commit violence, with anger on their faces. Fuck. I'm Huangmao's job, and there are still blind people coming to make trouble. Where are you from? Which big brother are you following? Lin Feng's eyelids jumped, and he resisted the urge to laugh. This Huangmao is at the end of his rope. After being in the business for so long, he couldn't see that these middle-aged men were upright. They were either soldiers or policemen. Chapter 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A group of experienced and skilled criminal police officers. The case in their hands has not made any progress. They are very upset, and the enforcement force at this moment is 200% of the normal level. Provoking the other party will double the pain. The yellow-haired man blackmailed me for 500,000 yuan. The card in his hand is mine. Woohoo, that is the car accident compensation left by my parents. Please help me call the police. I don't want to live anymore. They took my money and beat me up. Is there any law? Raymond Lam's acting skills are so good that this operation has resonated with the crowd. Where is justice in this world? How can they watch a group of hooligans bully a young man? Damn, this is outrageous. Robbery in broad daylight. Is there any law? I'll call the police now. Don't even think about leaving. What's so great about being a gangster? A bunch of social scum, wasting food. If you have the guts, don't leave even if the police come. Everyone block the door. Don't let him run away. Huangmao was a little panicked, but then he thought, he is a gangster, wherever he goes, people hate him, he is a strong group. Which of these spectators is not afraid of being targeted by a scoundrel? TSK, don't mess with me. I'm not mentally healthy and I'm an orphan. I don't have anything to worry about. You all have families and children, right? Do you want to meddle in other people's business? Sure enough, the spectators were silent. Huangmao was quite proud and wanted to speak, but suddenly felt someone pulling him. Looking back, it turned out that Chen Tian was winking at him. However, the boy didn't care at all. Instead, he was furious. It was all this woman's bad idea. I thought it was simple, but I was tricked by Raymond Lam. Chen Tian, why are you making faces? I just listened to your instigation, saying that this guy is a love-brained, mentally retarded, and 50W is just for nothing. What about now? What are you talking about? Okay, why are you still pretending? It's like this. I can't be the only one to take the blame. Besides, what are you afraid of? Do you think these people dare to call the police? Lin Feng, don't blame me. It was all Chen Tian's idea. If you want revenge, go find him. I have a bad temper, don't do stupid things. Woo, then you admit that you blackmailed me for 50W. Fuck, so what if I blackmailed you? Your Huangmao brother is always here. It depends on whether you have the courage to come to me. Chen Tian's face was pale. He pulled Huangmao again, but was slapped away roughly. Are you sick? The yellow-haired man was furious. He was already very irritated, and this bastard kept picking at him. If he hadn't listened to his lies, how could things have developed to this point inexplicably? He was not stupid. With so many onlookers, he had to run away quickly. If he caused public outrage or attracted the police, he would be finished. With 500,000 yuan, he could run away overnight and live a carefree life. No, they have handcuffs. Fuck, bitch, you are still fooling me. Handcuffs? Are you scaring me? Get out. Click. As a voice sounded, the yellow-haired man felt his right hand cold. He turned around in confusion and found a silver bracelet on his wrist. For a moment, his thoughts were confused and his mind was in a mess. He had no idea what was going on. At this moment, a burly man also took out a pair of silver bracelets and handcuffed them directly on Chen Tian's wrist. I am Chen Tao, the head of the Magic City Crime Unit. You are suspected of extortion and have been arrested. Please come back with us for investigation. Here is my ID. Police. Police. Are you kidding? Who told you that police must wear uniforms? Have you heard of plain clothes? Chen Tao put away his ID and looked at Lin Feng, his eyes softened. Don't be afraid, sir. I am a policeman. Don't worry. These two people have been arrested. You will come back to the police station with us to record a statement. Okay, comrade policeman, this yellow-haired guy is too bad, and this woman is in the same group. Sir, please calm down, please believe in the Chinese law, and you will be treated with justice. Thank you, comrade policeman, I thought it was over this time, but fortunately I met you. This yellow-haired guy even said he wanted to bury me alive. Humph, young but cruel, in the open world, they are so lawless, take them all away. Huangmao and Chen Tian were dumbfounded. Lin Feng, who was so weak just now, burst into tears and spread rumors. However, they had no chance to refute. Before they knew it, they were taken out of the room by the police. The man and woman confessed to the crime when they were questioned by the police. Because the amount of fraud was huge, although it was unsuccessful, the circumstances were serious. In the next 10 years, they will become a senior sewing machine worker. Lin Feng was ecstatic. The trouble was solved. Following the police uncle back to the police station to record a record, Lin Feng's acting skills exploded again. Anyway, it's right to say it's miserable. If the plot is not bad enough, make it worse. The miserable background, the bitter life experience, and Lin Feng's little expression made Qin Tao angry. It feels that Huangmao and Qin Tian should have been sentenced to 10 years at most, but he wanted to sentence them to life imprisonment. Xiao Lin, you must be strong. Take this 5,000 yuan. It's a little gift from our office. No, I have money. That's your parents' car accident compensation. You can't use it indiscriminately. When you graduate from college, you will need money in many places. In Sucheng, if you have any difficulties, remember to find me. Lin Feng didn't want to get entangled, so he had to accept the 5,000 yuan helplessly. Half an hour later, he sneaked to a corner where no one was, and after making sure that the surroundings were safe, he carefully read the information floating in front of him. Congratulations on completing the novice task, the crisis is completely resolved. The novice gift package has been issued. Please open the system panel to view and use it. He swallowed his saliva, and was very excited. He didn't know what was in the novice gift package, but it made people look forward to it. Ding. The novice gift package was used successfully. Obtained props: God-level physical potion *1, virtual warehouse *1, high-level Muay Thai essence *1, high-level Sonda essence *1, worn-out armor *1, strategy that will make your principal multiply 10 times in a week *1, God-level love encounter strategy *1. This novice gift package has some things. Except for not paying, everything you need seems to be arranged. He is also a heavy fan of cool articles, and he can roughly guess the purpose of these things by looking at the literal meaning. Lin Feng, with excitement and anticipation, focused his consciousness on these props. The next moment, their detailed introduction popped up. He glanced at them, his eyes lit up, and he almost jumped up with excitement. Look, what does it mean to be the chosen one? Isn't this good? Chapter 5. You are listening at novelfull.audio. God-level physical potion, a magical potion that can help you regain your confidence after using it. After using it, your physical fitness will be explosively enhanced, and she will be good for you as well. The prop explanation is very brief, but it is also very amazing, especially the last sentence is a tiger and wolf word. Fortune is sought in danger, and being timid is not his style. God has given him another life. There is no reason to let him go so easily. Ding. The God-level physical potion was used successfully. Start strengthening the physical fitness. Body strengthening degree 100%, organ strengthening degree 100%, bone strengthening degree 100%, strength increased by 1000%, speed increased by 1000%, reaction increased by 1000%. Ding. The attribute panel has been opened. Name, Lin Feng. Age, 24. Strength, 1000. Speed, 1000. Reaction, 1000. Note, the average strength ceiling of adult human males is 50, you have exceeded it by 20 times, please keep a low profile to avoid being caught as a guinea pig and sliced for research. Lin Feng's mouth twitched, feeling helpless. This system is a bit of a dog, it has dug a hole for itself, it is too uncomfortable to have martial arts but not be able to use them at will. But soon, he adjusted his mentality and felt relieved. The road of the protagonist is destined to be bumpy. He squatted on the ground for a while, felt his feet a little sore, and tried to stand up by holding the tree next to him. In the end, he didn't use much strength, and the trunk as thick as half an adult's waist made a click and fell to the ground. He stared blankly at the 10-meter-long thick trunk falling to the ground, his head buzzing. His strength was so great that he fell down with a light touch. Please leave here immediately. There is no surveillance nearby. You won't be discovered if you keep your feet smooth. Lin Feng has always listened to advice since he was a child. He put his hands in his pockets and left as if nothing had happened. After walking for about half an hour, he came to a waste recycling station and found that there was no one around. He was relieved. In the situation just now, he was only one passerby away from being captured and sliced for research. After confirming safety again, he opened the system panel. There are still a few props in the novice gift package. He has to figure out the use of the next prop, virtual warehouse, a portable storage warehouse with an infinite area, which can store all kinds of inanimate objects. The technology of this world cannot detect its existence. Lin Feng was overjoyed. Isn't this the storage ring in the immortal novels? Except for living things, everything can be thrown in. If dozens of tons of gold are put in it, it is not a dream to be rich enough to rival a country. He couldn't wait to check other props. Advanced Muay Thai Essentials, integrates the world's most advanced Muay Thai skills. Use it immediately and you can master this fighting technique instantly. Advanced Sonda Essentials, integrates the world's top Sonda skills. Use it immediately and you will become a Sonda master instantly. Hurry up and use it for me. Ding! Advanced Muay Thai Essentials *1, Advanced Sonda Essentials *1, use successfully, skill infusion completed, you are already a top master who is proficient in 2 fighting techniques. Lin Feng felt a slight short circuit in his brain, and countless unfamiliar memories appeared in his mind the next second. A black shadow showed various fighting moves in his mind. At this moment, he seemed to be attracted by something, and he actually followed the black shadow to do the same moves. About 10 minutes later, Lin Feng shuddered, and his whole body was soaked with sweat. Those difficult moves have been imprinted in his mind, integrated with his muscles and soul, and he can do them easily. Ding! Your body strength has reached the standard, and the worn-out armor has been integrated with you. Lin Feng felt warm all over. He looked down and saw that a blue transparent light curtain condensed into a long shirt wrapped around his body. Note, the source of this armor is unknown. The current level is LV1. After being integrated with the body, it cannot be separated. At this level, you are immune to all cold weapon attacks, with a 50% rebound effect. Each time you are attacked, you gain non-fixed experience points. After upgrading, new functions will be unlocked. Good guy, this is the last insurance for his personal safety. Now he is not only strong, but also has good self-protection ability. However, if this armor is to be upgraded, it seems that it has to be beaten constantly, which is a bit abnormal, but thinking of its amazing function, Lin Feng endured it anyway. As long as he doesn't use hot weapons, he is invincible, and it's okay to be beaten. Lin Feng didn't rush to read the remaining 7-day strategy for getting rich and the strategy for having a romantic encounter. It was getting late, so he planned to go back and rest first, and then study it slowly when he had time. Sioux City University, senior year in computer science. Lin Feng whistled, and when he walked into the classroom, countless eyes looked at him. As a nobody in the class, it was normal for no one to pay attention to him. Whenever someone paid attention to him, he would either be mocked or sprayed, and sometimes even punched. Lin Feng, you are so capable. Did you send Chen Tian to jail? You stinky boy, our school goddess was thrown into jail by you, and you still dare to come to school. Why are you wasting your time talking to him? Come with us and have a chat. You are a social scum, usually pretending to be a weak person in school, but I didn't expect you to have such a bad heart. If Chen Tian really has something wrong, there will be many people who will come to settle accounts with you. Why did you become dumb? I saw in the news that you are quite good at acting, with snot and tears. Are you pretending? Keep pretending. Lin Feng was besieged as soon as he came to school. Through the memory of the former director, he had long known that Chen Tian had many licking dogs in school, but he never expected that these people were as mentally retarded as they were. What era is it now, and still using violence to solve problems? A group of men with dew in the school flowers have passed the dirty disease. 5 minutes later, Chen Tian had the news of the disease. These dogs will experience the greatest fear of life. The door is open, but the former owner is very sad. I laughed. I have seen a fool, and I have never seen such stupid. You want to beat me up? Come on, let's fight here. If I fight back, I lose. Lin Feng was not panicked at all, and approached them provocatively. In the end, no one dared to be the first to attack. Don't you dare. If you don't dare, don't say harsh words. It's embarrassing. Chen Tian has brought this upon herself. She teamed up with gangsters to cheat me out of money. But the law is strict and there is no loophole. I guess she will be an old lady when she is released. Oh, Chen Tian is having an affair with you guys, right? It's over, it's over. Your brothers are going to suffer. Chapter 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 7 or 8 boys looked at each other, not knowing what was going on. What did brothers are suffering from old punishment mean? They didn't understand at all. Don't be mysterious, you coward. If you are awesome, don't leave the classroom. Lin Feng, do you think we are the only ones looking for you? Too naive. Ha ha ha, this kid probably doesn't know that he has offended half of the boys in the school. You will be a street rat in the future. Several people laughed and looked at Lin Feng with contempt, not taking him seriously at all. No way, Chen Tian is so open. Half of the male gods. Aren't you afraid of getting sick? Oh. Little fairies are all fragrant, how can they get sick, right? But things are uncertain. Whether you are feeling well or not, you know it yourself. My second brother will suffer a lot. As soon as Lin Feng finished speaking, several people were provoked to go crazy. How come a person who is usually timid and submissive became so sharp-tongued today? And he dared to mock them, getting bolder and bolder. His fearless look made people furious. Stop grinning and enjoy the last moments. At this time, no one noticed that the faces of several of these boys became unnatural. They seemed to be frightened by something, and their eyes flickered. Lin Feng sat in his seat and took out his mobile phone to browse. He was too lazy to care about these people, because they would cry soon anyway. Everyone found that Lin Feng was unmoved and ignored them, so they could only sit back in their seats indignantly. Why is this guy so tough? Don't think he's always so timid. I heard that he screwed Chen Tian yesterday. Although I can't stand Chen Tian as a green tea, Raymond Lam is really bad. If you can't get her, you'll destroy her. Such a man is too scary. By the way, I heard that Chen Tian has been having an improper relationship with a gangster for a long time. Is that true? TSK, what's the matter? I guess she's had several abortions. The girls in the class are full of hostility towards Chen Tian, it's normal. She was once the school belle, combining beauty and wisdom. She was the darling of boys and had unlimited glory. Now that she's in prison, isn't it a great relief? But they also look down on Raymond Lam. In 1 minute, the head teacher will bring us sad news that 1/3 of the boys in the class will be implicated. Seeing the floating information in front of him, Raymond Lam is already looking forward to it. How many people Chen Tian has had an affair with? It's too scary. Although the previous owner was cheated, he escaped because he was too humble. Otherwise, if he came through, he would have to endure physical pain. At this time, the sound of high heels hitting the ground came from the corridor outside the door, which was very rhythmic. An old woman in her 50s appeared at the door of the class, followed by 2 policemen. The head teacher's surname was Wang. I heard that she was unmarried. Her nickname was Miju Nun Tai. She had a very strange temper, but today, her eyes were very solemn. She looked at the class with a trace of worry. When the students saw her coming, they instantly became honest. It can be seen that she has been scolded a lot in normal times. Just look at that mean face, and no one said a word. I have something to ask. Boys in our class who have had a romantic relationship with Chen Tian, please come out. I warn you, don't hide it. The matter is very serious. Don't say it at your own risk. At least 1/3 of the boys in the class became nervous. Teacher Wang, Chen Tian and I just had a one-night stand. We didn't have a deep relationship. Yes, I was the same. She asked me to borrow 1,000 yuan, and then we went to a hotel to sleep for 1 night. We didn't have any other communication. Did she commit a crime? I swear I know nothing. Chen Tian is a woman who is obsessed with money. I admit that I held back and checked into a hotel with her a few times, but other than that, I don't know anything else. They thought Chen Tian had committed a serious crime and were panicking. If they were implicated, they would go to jail and lose their studies, and their lives would be over. The middle-aged policeman swept the crowd with sharp eyes, revealing a look of regret. He sighed and said, "Don't be nervous. It's not that you are implicated. It's just that Chen Tian has just been diagnosed with more than 10 kinds of sexually transmitted diseases such as AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. She said that many boys in the class have had affairs with her. At this point, there is no room for redemption. Please go to the CDC with me for examination and provide us with the information of the opposite sex you have had sex with during the period." The boys who were arrogant just now were stunned and stood there like statues. This news was so outrageous, it was like telling them an outrageous joke. However, someone came to his senses first and realized the seriousness of the matter. For a while, there were wailing and crying in the class. Shocking. Hey, this is caused by not keeping oneself clean. I can see that Chen Tian is not right at first sight. Aren't you laughing at me for being a loser? I haven't even touched her. It seems that I am still lucky. Are you laughing? Why don't you laugh? Lin Feng, please be careful with your words. The head teacher frowned and looked at Lin Feng with dissatisfaction. Teacher Wang, the truth is unpleasant to the ear. Come on, I won't say anything. If I die, if you are willing to invite me to the banquet, I will give you a big gift. I wish you good luck. At this moment, he walked out of the class, and the boys who planned to take revenge on him disappeared, but passing by every class, you can hear the wailing, screaming, and the voice of confession with a crying tone. Lin Feng was so happy, it was so cool. If you don't take revenge, you are not a gentleman. What a gentleman's revenge is not too late for 10 years, that's bullshit. 10 years can suffocate people to death. He walked towards the school gate humming a little tune. Why should he go to class after such a thing happened? He might as well go home and lie down, and study the 7-day strategy to get rich. Chen Tian's story has spread all over the campus, and the news of her illness has long been known to the whole school. Along the way, most of the students he met were discussing her, and most of them were gloating. She is so cruel. It's useless to be good-looking. Those boys licked her face one by one, and what happened? Are you sweating profusely this time? It's okay for them to feel comfortable at the time. They deserved it. By the way, who would have thought that the goddess could be so bad? She sets up a persona all day long, pretending to be cool, but she turns out to be a socialite. Don't mention it, the loser in the computer department got a blessing in disguise. He was a licker for 4 years, but he didn't touch her once, and he escaped. Fools have their own luck. He is not a licker anymore. This time Chen Tian's fraud is said to be aimed at him. In front of the police I was still acting before. If you can't get it, you will destroy it. This kind of person is also very scary. Beauty, be careful with your words, otherwise you will suffer retribution, such as not wearing a sanitary napkin when your period comes. You are Lin Feng. You really have no manners. How can you curse people casually? I sent the person who defrauded me to prison, how can I destroy her? Humph, I'm too lazy to talk to you. Lin Feng shrugged and smiled, be careful. Seeing Lin Feng walking away in a swagger, the girl was furious. Just as she was about to curse, her classmates screamed. Lin, what are you doing? Screaming like a ghost. Xiao Wen, your butt is bleeding. Chapter 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ah. It's only been 2 days since they left, why are the relatives here again? Woo, it must be Lin Feng's curse, help me block it, it's so embarrassing. There were screams, whispers and ridicules from behind. Lin Feng was very happy. This system was a bit unruly, but he liked it. Whoever dared to have bad intentions towards him, he would take revenge immediately. Seeing their frustrated looks was more fun than finding two technicians to play poker. Lin Feng walked about 2 kilometers according to his memory and entered a small alley. This area was inhabited by locals decades ago. Now that the economy is developing rapidly, most of the locals in Suching have moved away. With the death of the elderly, this kind of bungalow area is inhabited by migrant workers from other places. Not only is the population complex, but the environment is also very bad. The previous owner and his parents lived here, but they had a car accident, so they became orphans. Naturally, he inherited the dilapidated house left by his parents. After turning a dozen corners in the alley, there was an open space in front of him, surrounded by a row of bungalows covered with moss and peeling walls. The second house on the right was his, a 50-year-old bungalow, damp and moldy, infested with snakes, insects, rats and ants. The environment is quite bad. Livability, 0. Oh, my life is so miserable. I have to study the strategy of getting rich quickly and move out of this broken place. He held a cigarette in his mouth and walked towards the door of his house, but unexpectedly found that there was a black tram parked at the door. Ding. The 7-day strategy of getting rich is automatically opened in a specific scene. Please check the details. Warning. There is a risk of death if the strategy is not checked in time. Please check it immediately. Lin Feng was shocked. Reading a strategy can trigger death. What kind of shitty strategy of getting rich is this? This matter cannot be delayed, otherwise his life will be in danger. He quickly clicked on the strategy to check it out. The 7-day strategy for getting rich refers to the only way to make money in the next 7 days. Please cherish it. In 5 minutes, the tram 20 meters away from you will explode, and your home will be reduced to ashes in the fire. Please stay away from the house immediately to avoid the fish pond and any accidents. The probability of being killed in the explosion is 99.9%. Lin Feng was so scared that his face turned pale. This damn system, call this a strategy for getting rich? He didn't dare to think too much and stepped back 20 meters. The area will be affected by the explosion, with a 1% chance of death and a 100% chance of injury. Lin Feng quickly stepped back a few steps and checked the information again. This location is a safe zone, with a 0 probability of injury and death. Lin Feng finally breathed a sigh of relief, but frowned, dissatisfied. What's going on? Where is the sudden wealth? I'm going to lose my holiday soon. There is still 1 minute before the explosion. The owner of the accident vehicle is a top-notch beauty. She has a rich family and is not short of money. Because your house was completely destroyed by the tram explosion, she is willing to give you 2 million yuan to supplement you. Am I a greedy person? This house is the only property left by my parents, but it's already exploded. I can't just give up the money. And what's the relationship between the parents of the previous owner and me? Lin Feng looked around and made sure that no one was there, so he squatted in the corner. At this time, a countdown appeared on the roof of the tram: 59, 57, 56, 48. He quickly covered his ears. Although the system prompted him that he was safe, he was still panicking. This system is quite unserious. God knows if it will cheat him. Countdown, 0. At this moment, the time was reset to 0, a loud bang, flames and thick smoke. The narrow alley was filled with heat, and black smoke quickly spread to every corner. Lin Feng quickly covered his nose and mouth, and looked around vigilantly. The quiet alley became noisy. Frightened screams, cries for help, and crying were heard. About 5 minutes later, Lin Feng heard various alarms from the outside. The fire truck couldn't get in here, but there was a row of houses between it and the road, and the water pipes could be directly connected. More than a dozen firefighters rushed in with water pipes, and the fire was quickly extinguished under the action of high-pressure water guns. Lin Feng was dumbfounded when he saw black smoke coming out of his house. There were obviously 7 or 8 bungalows in that row, but the fire was so big that only his house was burned down to an empty frame. The other houses were fine, especially the houses on his left and right. Except for the blackened walls, the rest were intact. What was this? Only his house was burned. Was this good luck or bad luck? Lin Feng was confused. This world seemed to be full of deep malice towards him. Fortunately, there is nothing valuable in the house, and there are flammable and explosive materials. It seems that no one has lived there for a long time, otherwise the consequences would be disastrous. The fire is out now, there should be no danger. Please contact the owner of the accident vehicle and the owner of the house as soon as possible. Thank you, leave the rest to us police. The firefighters evacuated, the police took over the area, and a cordon was set up at the door of the house. A middle-aged policeman with a dignified demeanor and sharp eyes picked up his mobile phone and started to call. Soon Lin Feng found that his mobile phone was vibrating. He took a look and saw that it was an unfamiliar mobile phone number. Don't answer the call from the police for the time being. Wait for the owner of the accident car to appear and act accordingly. Lin Feng had no choice. No matter whether the road ahead was a blessing or a disaster, he could only go all the way. Sure enough, when the police put down his mobile phone also stopped vibrating. Then he dialed a number again and put the phone to his ear again. The police are notifying the female owner of the accident car that the other party will arrive at the scene in 5 minutes. As long as you are thick-skinned, you will receive a sky-high compensation. This behavior is risk-free. Fortunately, he did not pit himself to death. Since the system said so, he would wait patiently, he crouching outside the crowd, with his head down, trying not to be discovered. About 5 minutes later, a tall young girl with an anxious look came out of the alley. She looked very anxious, her long legs were very conspicuous under the outline of jeans, and Lin Feng was drooling when he saw her. She was indeed a top-notch beauty, just like the white, rich and beautiful women in TV dramas. She had fair skin, beautiful looks, a protruding front and a curved back, long legs, and a face that was also peerless. The female owner of the accident car was a rich second generation, not short of money, simple, and very easy to fool. Young man, go and play miserable. Lin Feng just raised his leg and was about to walk through the crowd and cry for his parents. However, another paragraph of text jumped out in front of him. The special scene departure adventure guide will automatically open. Please check the detailed guide to avoid missing the great opportunity to meet white, rich and beautiful women. Chapter 8. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The steps that had been taken were slowly retracted. Lin Feng was like nothing happened, blending into the crowd, and no one noticed his abnormality. The 7-day romantic encounter strategy was already open, and no one could see it except him. Originally, he had no interest in it, but if the target was the owner of the accident car, that would be another matter. She was so pretty and had such a beautiful face, a top beauty that could only be seen in idol dramas, and it would be a shame to miss her ancestors. Brother, I've traveled through time, and I will definitely let you live a good life this time. Lin Feng glanced at his crotch and happily studied the strategy. 7-day romantic encounter strategy. You will have good luck in love within 7 days, and it will be automatically opened when you meet the target. Please read the strategy carefully to avoid unnecessary consequences caused by improper operation. This beautiful, rich, and beautiful woman has a distinguished background and is born in a wealthy family, but she is not arrogant like a rich girl. Instead, she is a very reasonable and well-educated rich second generation. You have lost your place to live, and the compensation is not enough to buy a decent property in Sucheng. She currently lives in Sucheng and owns her own villa with 3 empty rooms. If you arouse her sympathy, you can move into her house and achieve the achievement of living under the same roof. So that's how it is. The arrangement is quite tight. This dog system is really shady. Simply put, getting rich quickly and having a romantic encounter are complementary. First get the compensation, then go ahead and pester her to get a chance to get close to the beauty. Too coquettish. The dog system is too shady, but it suits Lin Feng's taste. If you don't even have this bit of shame, how can you survive in society in the future? You have to know that he is still a loser now. Comrade police, I didn't know it would be like this. Did anyone die? Don't worry, this house is burned down. I promise to take responsibility and pay as much as I should. The beauty was very anxious, and her eyes were nervously scanning around. It seemed that she found that there were no injured people or dead bodies, and her face relaxed a lot. I am Zhang Heng from the Magic City Police Station. Are you Miss Chu Feifei? Yes, it's me. Here is my ID. Well, it seems that the person is right. Now I have bad news for you. Because the tram caught fire and there was a slight explosion, this house was burned down. The good news is that other houses were not affected, and there was no one in the burned house. We are currently contacting the owner. Chu Feifei breathed a sigh of relief, and the tension completely disappeared. She said gratefully, "Thank you so much, please help me contact the owner of the house, I will definitely take responsibility." Zhang Heng was speechless. The house was burned down, and the people living here must be in poor conditions, compensation of hundreds of thousands. Where can people find a new house to live in? The right time to cut in. Please start your performance. As long as you are thick-skinned, you can be embraced by a beautiful woman. Wealth and honor are sought in danger. Lin Feng gritted his teeth and rushed into the crowd. Make way, that's my house, how could it be burned? God is really blind, picking on the poor. This is the only property left by my dead parents, how can I live in the future? The crowd automatically dispersed and made way. Good protection. Lin Feng's snot and tears were mixed together, and he rolled and crawled to the charred door of his house, knelt on the ground, and burst into tears. Dad, Mom, I'm sorry for you. The crowd of onlookers secretly wiped their tears. It's so pitiful, an orphan, he has no house, how can he live? Sir, are you Lin Feng? Woo, comrade police officer, you have to do justice for me. Lin Feng hugged Zhang Heng's legs, and his aggrieved cry resounded all around, which was very contagious. Chu Feifei was not angry, but her eyes were red. The man in front of her seemed to be about the same age as her, but he lived in a 20-square-meter house. He just said that this was the inheritance left by his parents, which means that he is an orphan. Oh my God, this is too miserable. Is she still a human being? Although the spontaneous combustion of the car was unintentional and an accident, strictly speaking, it has nothing to do with her, but Chu Feifei, who has received higher education, knows that you can't drive into this alley at all. If there was no parking space in the ancient city area, she would not have parked the car here. Guilt arose spontaneously, and Lin Feng became more and more pitiful in his eyes. Sir, my name is Chu Feifei. Don't get excited. It was my car that caught fire and caused your house to burn down. I will take full responsibility for all the responsibilities and guarantee that you will be satisfied. Zhang Heng shook his head and sighed, and his sympathy also began to overflow. The people living here must be living in very poor conditions, and he is an orphan. How will he live in the future? Miss Chu, I have a suggestion. I will let my colleague stay here to clean up the mess for the time being. You can come back to the bureau with me to discuss how to deal with it. Although we cannot use moral kidnapping, Mr. Lin's life is very difficult. If possible, I hope Miss Chu can still help him from a humanitarian standpoint. Officer Zhang, there is no need to go to the police station. You can do the notarization. I will compensate him 2 million yuan now. Lin Feng's heart shrank suddenly. After all, he is a rich man. It is as easy as 200 yuan to export 2 million yuan. 2 million. The houses here are not that expensive. I mean a little more compensation. Officer Zhang, please stop talking. It's all my fault. This gentleman is so pitiful. I don't want him to be in trouble in the future because of me. I will be sad for the rest of my life. This. Mr. Lin, what do you think? Well, what else can I think? I must take the money. The house is gone. It will take time for me to find a place to live. At least my previous residence was my own. Now I can only rent a house. I'm really sorry, Mr. Lin. I really didn't know it would be like this. So, add my WeChat. If you have any difficulties in the future, contact me. I will do my best to help you solve it. As expected of a rich second generation, a rich daughter, this quality is beyond reproach, mainly consistent with the information given by the system. Very stupid and naive, crying, making a fuss, and hanging yourself, actually made the other party anxious. If it wasn't for the wrong occasion, Lin Feng would really laugh out loud. Ms. Chu, you said it, so you can't turn your face against me when the time comes. Don't worry, Mr. Lin, we are all children of the world, and we will definitely keep our words. She pointed the screen of her mobile phone at Lin Feng, and the WeChat QR code was displayed. Lin Feng scanned it and wrote down the verification information. Zhang Heng breathed a sigh of relief. He was originally worried that Lin Feng, a vulnerable group, would not give up. The main thing is that the house was indeed burned, and it is okay to be dissatisfied with the result, but the subsequent legal process will cause a lot of trouble. It is the best choice to have a peaceful private chat. 5 minutes later, Lin Feng looked at the 2 million yuan account information and trembled with excitement. He had never seen so much money in his life. Mr. Lin, if you don't have a place to live for the time being, you can move to my place first and move out when you find a place to live. Don't worry, I don't charge rent. At this moment, Chu Feifei's voice suddenly sounded. Zhang Heng looked at her in confusion, obviously not knowing her intention. Chapter 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although pitiful, Lin Feng was also a stranger, a girl invited to live with her. Isn't that bad? Zhang Heng is a policeman and knows the risks involved. Just as he was about to dissuade her tactfully, Chu Feifei's voice came again. Mr. Lin, are you unwilling? It's okay. I live in a villa in Sucheng. There are many empty rooms. You live on the 3rd floor and I live on the 1st floor. We won't bother each other. This girl's brain circuit is a bit novel. Doesn't she consider the potential danger of bringing a strange man home? Or is it that her family protects her too well and she doesn't know the dangers of society at all? He thinks it's better to persuade her. As a result, Lin Feng rushed to rescue and said, No, this won't work. We are alone. What's the point of me going to live in your house? I can't explain clearly if something happens. Zhang Heng's eyes lit up. He didn't expect that he was crying, making a fuss, and hanging himself just now, and he was so confused. He quickly said, Mr. Lin is right. This is not appropriate. It's already very good that Miss Chu can pay 2 million yuan. I don't think Mr. Lin will make it difficult for you. That won't work. We have no house. What can we buy in Suzhou with 2 million yuan? At least we need to make a transition first. Officer Zhang, I don't think there will be any problem. And I have learned Sonda and won the 3rd place in the national competition. Mr. Lin is definitely not a bad person. Even if he is, he can't beat me. What kind of logic is this? Even if Lin Feng is not a bad person, it is normal to be tempted by beauty. A man and a woman are in the same room, and the woman is so beautiful. Who can resist this? He wanted to stop her, but Chu Feifei interrupted him. She blushed and said, My dad said that appearance is determined by the heart. Although Mr. Lin's living conditions are not very good, he looks handsome. He is definitely not a bad person. My mom said that good-looking people are kind. The whole audience was petrified. This beautiful woman who looks like she came from a wealthy family is a love-brained person. The rich girl who had been addicted to idol dramas since childhood felt a little dazed when she found out that the boy whose house she burned down was actually a handsome guy. She felt extremely guilty and self-blamed because she burned down the handsome guy's house. It turned out that it was because she was too handsome that this outrageous plot was triggered. This was like roasting him on the fire. It was not right to agree, and it was not right to refuse. Officer Zhang, you don't have to worry. In addition to the bathroom and bedroom, my house has cameras. There is 360-degree surveillance outside the villa, and it is connected to the Suzhou police. If there is any danger, you will know it first. Hey, Mr. Lin, what do you think? Miss Chu feels guilty, and you have no place to live for the time being. Otherwise, forget it. Since Miss Chu is kind, it would be hypocritical for me to refuse. But I am only staying temporarily. I will leave as soon as I find a place to live. Who knew that? Chu Feifei said excitedly, Mr. Lin, thank you so much for giving me a chance to atone for my sins, otherwise I will never feel at ease in this life. Under the envious eyes of a group of people, Lin Feng and Chu Feifei walked towards the main road not far away. Although it is a combination of handsome men and beautiful women, the onlookers are biting their teeth, especially the male compatriots, who are envious and jealous, why don't they have such good luck? Can handsome people really eat gigolos? Chu Feifei is a white, rich and beautiful woman, while Lin Feng is only tall and handsome, and as for being rich, he is not related at all, he even looks a little bit vulgar. Tonight is destined to be sleepless, and a good cabbage is afraid that it will be taken away. Lin Feng followed Chu Feifei for about 10 minutes, and a red Porsche appeared in the roadside parking space. Mr. Lin, get in the car. Is this car yours too? I'm really sorry, I drank last night and parked the car here. I was going to drive a commuter car to pick up this car today, but I didn't expect this to happen. Then if the car you parked in front of my house didn't burn, how do you drive it back? Call a designated driver. Oh, what a pity, the car burned down, and now there is no need for a designated driver. I'm really sorry, Mr. Lin. Huh, it's okay, you have already paid for it, and you also provided me with a place to live. This is what I should do, get in the car. Lin Feng said nothing more and sat in the co-pilot. After the car started, it entered the road and was allowed to drive to the north of Suzhou City. It would be a lie to say that I was not excited. I don't know if there will be any exciting stories tonight. 20 minutes later, the car entered a very quiet path. After turning a few corners, the view suddenly opened up. In front of us was a villa community with a very beautiful environment. It was obvious that it was not something that ordinary people could afford to live in. Scan your face to enter the gate, and the car will go directly to the villa private car library. In front of him is a 3-story villa, which not only has a yard of more than 50 square meters, but also has exquisite decoration. A luxury villa located in the ancient city area. 150,000 yuan per square meter. This villa has a total of 300 square meters, worth about 45 million yuan, which is the birthday gift given to this white and rich beauty by her father on her 20th birthday. People are so annoying when they compare themselves to others. Is this the life of rich people? A minute ago, a thief visited the villa, but he didn't find what he wanted and returned disappointed. Tonight the thief will visit the villa again, and his target is the underwear of the white and rich beauty. What the hell? Lin Feng rubbed his eyes and confirmed again that there was no problem with the information, and his heart was immediately beating. Or find a reason to run away. If there is a thief at night, what if something happens if you stay? Although the body has been strengthened and the strength is so terrifying, there is no reason to work for nothing. Wait, something seems wrong. Thieves don't steal money or jewelry, but underwear. This is not right. Lin Feng smelled a strange smell. Damn it, the rich and beautiful girl has encountered a pervert. There are footprints on the wall behind the villa. The thief entered the balcony on the 3rd floor and did not find any clothes hanging. He chose to leave temporarily and come back another day. This thief is a senior pervert. He has a special fetish. Mr. Lin, what are you still doing? Miss Chu, have you found anything wrong recently, such as whether there is anything abnormal at home? Mr. Lin, what do you mean? For example, do you feel that there is a thief at home? Thief? The security here is very good, how can there be a thief? But there were a few times when I found that the balcony window was not closed. I don't remember if I forgot it. Look at the outer wall of the villa, are there footprints? Chu Feifei looked up and her hair stood up for a while. On the outer wall of the villa, some black footprints can be clearly seen, spreading all the way to the balcony. Is this left by a thief? But nothing is missing from my house. Besides money, what about jewelry? For example, your clothes. Clothes? My clothes are all locked up. I heard that there are many perverts now. I dare not hang them outside. Miss Chu is very vigilant. It seems that there is really a pervert in your family. Chapter 10. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ah. Mr. Lin, what do you mean? I mean, your house was robbed, and it was the kind of pervert you thought it was. Chu Feifei became nervous for a moment, but soon regained her composure. This is a high-end residential area, with security patrols 24 hours a day, and the probability of such a thing happening is almost zero, and there is an alarm system connected to the police at home, which should be foolproof. Mr. Lin, I don't think you need to be too nervous. This kind of high-end residential area has good public security and there will be no problems. And I have a dryer at home, and I don't hang dirty clothes outside, so it shouldn't be dangerous. That I'm still too young, and there are fewer social beatings. There is no absolute safety these days, don't even think about being able to bring yourself back, how dangerous it is. Fortunately, although he is not a good person, he is definitely not a bad person, there is a basic bottom line. If you want to sleep with a beautiful woman, she must be willing to do it, in Lin Feng's eyes, no matter what level of beauty, let alone the death penalty. 3 years is a loss. As long as there is underwear, it can attract perverted thieves to appear. Using this feature, you can capture the other party by setting up control in advance. This reminder, he can't let Chu Feifei take off her clothes now. Suddenly, his eyes lit up and his mind was opened. It was dark, and the thief couldn't see anything clearly. This kind of pervert would be unable to restrain himself as long as he saw something hanging on the balcony, right? Your idea is very good. In order to avoid scaring the beauty, please give up the outrageous idea of using underpants as a child. You can try your stinky socks. As long as the bait is hung, the perverted thief will be hooked within 5 minutes. This dog system. Lin Feng was quite speechless. No matter how stupid he was, he would not take off his pants in front of a beautiful woman. Miss Chu, it's better to be safe than sorry. People are always careless. China still bans guns, but people are still shot. Let's try using my stinky socks to see if we can lure people out. Under Chu Feifei's shocked eyes, Lin Feng took off his socks. A strange sour smell emanated from the air. Miss Chu, don't mind. Young people are hot-tempered and smelly. Why don't you lead the way to the balcony? Ah. Oh. I know. Miss Chu, you have to go to the balcony to dry it yourself. That's the real thing. The pervert may be watching in secret. Ah, this. It's not that Chu Feifei dislikes Lin Feng, it's just that the socks are too dirty. Miss Chu, don't blame me for not reminding you. This kind of people are really perverted. They can do anything, especially a big beauty like you. Lin Feng's exaggerated expression of winking scared him, and he couldn't help but imagine it, as if she had thought of some scary scene. She shuddered, snatched the socks from Lin Feng's hand, and rushed into the villa. Because of fear, she forgot how dirty the socks in her hand were. The rich girl's mind was full of the scary scene of being targeted by a pervert. Lin Feng squatted at the door and smoked a cigarette. Sure enough, she was still a little girl, and she couldn't help being scared. She even held the stinky socks in her hand without being disgusted. 5 minutes later, Chu Feifei came out of the villa. She smelled her hands from time to time, frowning. Hurry up and find a place to hide to see if the pervert will appear. Lin Feng waved at her, and the two finally chose to squat in the grove not far from the villa. Mr. Lin, what's this smell? Why does it smell like yellow croaker? Men sweat a lot on their feet. If they don't change their socks for a few days, they will smell like this. Ah. How can this be done? It's so unhygienic. I'll help you wash it later. The fair, rich and beautiful woman turned into a naive and innocent girl in a second. The rich lady is not in love, is she? Miss Chu, you are joking. I can wash my socks by myself. How can I bother you? That her background must be not simple. If her parents knew that she washed socks for a strange man, she would be in trouble. Chu Feifei was about to speak, and suddenly Lin Feng made a gesture to silence her. Night had fallen, and a black shadow approached stealthily from a distance. After observing left and right to make sure that there was no one, he suddenly climbed up along the water pipe of the villa. The rich lady's face was pale and she was already scared. She was stubborn just now, but now she couldn't say a word. The luxury villa worth tens of millions was actually robbed. She unconsciously pulled Lin Feng's arm and leaned her whole body in his arms. This is a big thunder. Lin Feng was frightened, but he felt itchy in his heart and was just ready to feel it. Suddenly, a low exclamation sounded in my ears. Miss Chu, please be gentle. No. No, that person is so perverted, he seems to be smelling your stinky socks. Lin Feng looked at the balcony, pupils dilated. The scene in front of him was outrageous. The black shadow picked up his stinky socks and sniffed them crazily, but it can be clearly seen that the man seemed to pause for a moment, and then vomited crazily. After a while, he seemed to have emptied his stomach and retched crazily. Really perverted, actually smelling stinky socks. It's terrible, Mr. Lin, how can there be such a disgusting person in this world? Chu Feifei's face was full of disgust, and disdain. Lin Feng smiled. This woman still didn't realize the seriousness of the matter. The stinky socks were from a toddler, so what if it was her pants hanging on the balcony? Miss Chu, now is not the time to think about this. Think about it, what if it was your underwear hanging there? Good guy, just this sentence, she almost passed out. Imagine that this black shadow took her clothes and sniffed them crazily, and she immediately felt overwhelmed. No, I have to go and catch him. Wait, do you know if she has a weapon? Then I'll ask the property management. No, you know she's not an insider. Mr. Lin, what should we do? That this time she was really panicking, fearing that the criminals would break into the house and steal her clothes from the drawer. Just thinking about it made her shudder. The real identity of this perverted thief is the night security guard here. He has bad habits. More than a dozen female residents nearby have been patronized by him, but he chose to conceal it for the sake of face. The perverted thief who smelled the stinky socks by mistake has been poisoned. Vomiting and diarrhea are just the beginning. He will be in danger of his life soon. Lin Feng's mind was full of question marks. Are his stinky socks so scary? Smelling them can be life-threatening. Is he mistaken? Ugh. Ugh. Two retching sounds came again, then came the violent coughing. This pace is probably no less than that of lung cancer patients. At this moment, Lin Feng narrowed his eyes, and a piece of weird news he saw before crossing over appeared in his mind. The news at that time said that a man had a special fetish and liked to smell his own stinky socks, and ended up with a lung infection and was admitted to the ICU. Could it be?